Hello Pisces, welcome to your September love reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or if you have Pisces elsewhere in your chart and you happen to be drawn to this reading, then this is for you. Let's see what spirit messages we have for Pisces for love and romance for September. By the way, I am open and available for personal readings. You can find the information for that in the description box below. You can email me at the email address listed there. My Instagram is also there, so you can contact me via Instagram as well. All right, let's see what spirit messages do we have for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Jupiter. They want me to say Jupiter, Pisces and Jupiter, so if you have Pisces and Jupiter, also for you, or any other, or if you're just otherwise drawn to the title. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, fumbling the cards. Messages do we have? Spirit messages do we have for Pisces for love? What does Spirit want to tell you? Okay, we have good fortune. We have the good fortune card, and that says a benefit you didn't expect. This came in the reverse though, like this. So what I'm actually getting off the bat is maybe there could be somebody who's been in a friends with benefits situation that may have or may be going awry or going sour. Could be in the process of going sour, going wrong, or could already have done so. And like I said, this came in the reverse, so that's where we're getting that from. That was the first thing that came to mind with this in the reverse. Let's see, what else do we have? Tom Bertram. It's not too late to change some habits. By the way, this deck that I'm using is the Oracle Jane Austen. I'll show you the box. I'm a big Jane Austen fan, although I'm not familiar with the book that Tom Bertram appears in. But this says it's not too late to change some habits. So there could be somebody who, it could be this person, if it resonates, the friends with benefits situation. This could be going wrong, or could have gone wrong because of somebody who you were dealing with, who is kind of foolish, with the Joker here, kind of foolish, kind of risky, likes to take gambles, and they have some and these aren't the best habits. Let me pull back a little bit. These aren't the best habits or qualities that they have, and you may have been willing to overlook them at a point in time, but I feel not anymore. There's some qualities about them that you feel that they need to change, either in order for a relationship to work. I feel like maybe you actually would prefer not having a friends with benefits relationship, an actual relationship, but this person is not willing. They want to keep things casual. They want to play around. They want to, do that sort of thing. Okay, and this says the beauty of a night sky. The stars could provide the guidance you're looking for. So if you have any question about the situation, talk to Spirit. Go outside, spend time with your guides, with your angels in nature. Take a chance and an opportunity to kind of clear your mind and think about if this situation here is what you really want, if you're what you're really interested in, if you're really interested in this person. if there is actual possibility of them changing. You may have talked to them about this before, and let's see, this should probably go this way. You may have talked about this with them before, and maybe nothing came of it. But now I think you're at a point where you need to, I don't want to say need, but it might behoove you to think about, do you really want to do this? Be in the situation with this person for the long run, or do you want to move on to something that's going to make you happy? And on the bottom of the deck, we actually have the Pemberley Estate card, which talks about happiness. Actually, it says a new home awaits you where you'll find happiness. So some of you may be in the process of moving, thinking about moving, looking at houses, going to open houses. I almost said going to estate sales. I don't know what estate sales has to do with it. But there are other opportunities where you may feel more comfortable and where you'll be happy. And I don't think that's this situation anymore. Okay. So let's leave those there. And we're going to move on to the tarot. Let's see, Spirit, what else do you have to tell Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding love for the month of September? What else do you have to tell Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of September regarding love? Sorry, there we go. I'm having some computer issues, a little bit. Okay, last time. Whoa, that also almost ended up in my candle. We almost had a little bit of a fire situation here, which I really don't want to have. Okay, Five of Cups went flying out of the deck. So you're in a position where you're feeling regret, and I feel that you think you've lost out on something. You may feel that you've lost out on something or missed an opportunity because you were spending time here with this, I'm just going to call him the Joker person. You spent time with that Joker. There are other things that you could have done that you feel that you've missed out on. Excuse me. But what the Five of Cups is saying, it's like you may feel that way, and your feelings are completely 100% valid. But what the Five of Cups shows us, though, is that there are other opportunities still. It's not too late to take advantage of those other opportunities that you could have. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about time, change. If you want to take advantage of the opportunities that you feel you've missed, it's not too late. You can go back. If there's somebody else that you, they want me to say threw over. There's somebody else that you threw over. And what they mean by that, they being the guides, what they mean by that is somebody that you kind of rejected or chose not to deal with in favor of this Joker person. And this Joker, by the way, can be male or female, gender does not matter. Masculine, feminine, of no consequence here, as we're talking about energies. But there's time to go back to revisit the situation with the other person if that resonates. Excuse me. Okay. Nine of Wands. They may be defensive, this other person, though. Spirit is saying that the other person may be defensive. You may have hurt them some, and I think you're aware of this. So there's a little bit of eating crow. I think that may have to occur, unfortunately. But you may have hurt them a bit by having thrown them over. as Spirit wants to say, and having rejected them and chosen this other person here. So you may have to deal with that. There may be some apologies that have to be made. There may be, like I said, you may have to eat a little bit of crow. You might have to say I was wrong. But I don't think necessarily that all is lost there. Let's see, what's the challenge? Challenge is the Ace of Wands. It's about what you're actually attracted to, who you're actually attracted to, what you actually want, what excites you. You know, this person, I believe what I'm getting is they were very exciting, maybe physically, exciting sexually, but otherwise there was something that there was a bit lacking or a bit missing for you. There was something that was missing. You can't have a relationship, if that's what you actually wanted, you can't have a relationship that's just based on the Ace of Wands, that's just based on the passion and the fire. What do fires do? Fires burn, but they also go out. They also burn out after a while. Oh, that's not what I want to do. What we don't see coming on the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. This is, normally I would view this as a bit of a negative card, but, sorry, my cat's meowing. I don't know if you can hear that. She's whining, and I'm not sure what she wants. She used to visit me in videos quite a bit when I first started my channel, and she doesn't so much now. Can I help you? Yeah? Okay. Sorry, guys. What I was saying is normally I view this as a bit of a negative card, because it's usually about, for me, it's usually about people, people and ill-gotten gains. You know, they've gotten things. They've stolen things, they've gotten things through less than honorable means. But on the flip side, on the positive side, it's also about getting what you want and going after what you want, regardless of what happens. You know, the fact of the matter is sometimes, unfortunately, people do get hurt. As we see in this card, sometimes people do get hurt. But what makes me feel that this is actually more positive for you is we have the Six of Wands we have the Six of Wands underneath this. The Six of Wands is about victory, riding into town after battle, having won the battle, being celebrated. I feel like this person with the Nine of Wands who's defensive, you did hurt them, yes, you did hurt them. I think they're still going to be happy to see you, happy to hear from you. There is a connection and attraction that is still there, that exists, and I do think that it can be rekindled. But you have to have the understanding, and sorry, I'm having some weird digestive problems. I hope the mic isn't picking all those up. You have to understand and recognize that you did hurt this person by going after what you wanted, going after your more, going after something to satisfy maybe your more basic needs, basic desires, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, I feel like there's some apologies and some I just want to say amendments, not amendments. You're gonna have to make amends. That's what I'm trying to say. You're gonna have to make amends with this other person, this Nine of Wands person. All right. Okay. Let's see. Any other messages? I'm trying to keep these short. Ten of Pentacles. Remember we had the Pemberley Estate card on the bottom of the Oracle deck. This is very similar energy here. The houses are even similar here. If you want stability, this goes back to what you were talking about in the beginning. If you want stability, if you want something else, an actual relationship, a real relationship, the Joker guy, the Joker girl is not the person. And you know this. You know this already. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You know this intuitively. You may have been in a bit of denial about it, and if that's the case, then this is confirmation. This is, your spirit sending you message saying, okay, you know what you know what the situation is. You know what you got to do. All right. This isn't the situation anymore that you want. You want the Ten of Pentacles. You want stability. You want a grounded and mature relationship with somebody, not something casual, not something that's, goes thither and yon. You want something with somebody that you can depend on. Okay. All right. Let me see if there are any closing messages. Spirit, do you have any closing messages for Pisces? Anything in closing? Okay, a leg up and loyal heart. Bottom of the deck is regeneration. Okay, what I'm getting here is you may feel uncomfortable going back to this person and kind of saying, hey, I messed up. I broke up with this other person. We're not seeing each other, whatever the case may be. I want to regenerate and renew things with you. You may feel uncomfortable, but remember, Spirit has your back. If anything else, Spirit is always loyal to you. They will have your back. They will support you as you go forward. The loyal heart also refers to, I believe, your connection with this person and the type of connection that you're wanting, that you're seeking. You're wanting a mutually supportive connection. You're wanting somebody who is loyal, who will treat you with respect and consideration. I do think that's this other person in the Nine of Wands here. I'm going to pull more cards on them just a minute, and then I'll close out. Let me do that right now. Oh, wrong deck. Use this deck. Who is the Nine of Wands? What else can you tell us about the Nine of Wands in the spread? Who is the Nine of Wands in Pisces' life? Could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with the Nine of Wands. They could be a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Jupiter rules both Pisces and Sagittarius, actually. What else do we have here? We also have other fire signs. Aries and Leo. Water signs, earth signs, air signs. We have everybody, really. Okay, but who is this Nine of Wands? Who is this Nine of Wands? Thank you. This is... We got two cards. No, we don't want... They said they don't want that one. One more card. Who is this Nine of Wands person? Okay, thank you. Oh. This is the Ace of Wands in this deck. Inspiration. And we got the Ace of Wands here as the challenge. Okay. This is the Knight of Wands in this deck. This is the Sacred She Tarot, which is set up a little differently than some other tarot decks, but it's kind of cool, and I like the artwork. So this is somebody, I feel like this is somebody with the Knight of Wands who, they are usually somebody who's very very passionate, very fearless. They really go after what they want. They're a major go-getter. Some people consider the Knight of Wands to be like a player type of energy, you know, only interested in one thing. We know what that one thing is. I'm not getting that off of this card, actually. I'm getting that, you know, they may, in their youth, I'm hearing that they may have been a love 'em and leave 'em type, excuse me. But I think you rejecting them for whoever this Joker person is, like I say, threw them over. You threw them for a loop, and then they ended up in this Nine of Wands energy. Notice of this red flower. We've got a red flower here. It looks kind of like a peony, although I think it might be supposed to be a rose. And then here, you've got the rose here. This person is used to sending out fiery arrows of passion and love. They're not used to getting rejected. And I think you brought them down a peg, or 9 pegs, really, since we have the Nine of Wands. Let me see something. How receptive will this Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands person be to Pisces? Frozen, 4 of Swords. Is this the Swords? Wait a minute. No, this is not Swords. This is the 4 of Cups. So at first, I feel like they might not accept what you're putting forth, which is understandable. We talked about that. Solitude. I think they're going to be surprised that you found them. They're going to be surprised that you've come back, but I feel like they're going to be surprised that you found them with the Solitude card. This is the Hermit. How receptive will they be to Pisces? How receptive will this Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands person be to Pisces? Sorry for the squeaking noise with these cards. 7 of Pentacles, timing. It's going to take some time. They're going to be kind of cold to you. They might be a little salty with you because, again, their feelings have been hurt. They know how it feels. They've kind of gotten a little bit of comeuppance now, I think. I definitely don't think that this is the same person as this Joker card, if any of you are wondering. I'm really not. The Joker card, however, may also feel a little put out, or did feel a little put out when you kind of ended the friends with benefits or whatever type of situation it was with them. But they're going to be a little put out, but I feel, or excuse me, they've been a little put out. So they're going to be a little icy with you. They're going to be a little salty with you. But with the timing card, give it time. It may be 7 weeks, 7 months. Go slow. But I feel like you will be able to salvage this. Again, we had regeneration. Well, it's no longer on the bottom of the deck, but it was. We had the regeneration card on the bottom of this oracle deck here. It'll take some time. It'll take some time to heal. It'll take some time for them to get used to things. It'll take some time for this Ace of Wands energy to be lit again, for the fire and the passion and the interest to be lit again. But I feel like they will give you a chance. Just don't think it won't be immediate. It'll be slow, and I think it needs to be slow. All right, Pisces, those are all the messages I have for you. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thanks very much. Bye. For entertainment purposes only.